skills here, I had to hit you with one more. For those of you that are wondering about the shirt, because I have some comments about shirts, yeah, got it custom made. It's awesome. Anyway, blink twice. Holy shit. What a surprise. Surprise of the year. I'm going to go with surprise of the year. It's getting Get Out nods and Get Out. It gives Get Out vibes. And let me tell you, it delivers. It does deliver. The beginning part of this movie, I feel, is a little bit dragged on, but we'll talk about that in the spoiler section. So, story, plot, and premise. Very interesting, very newish, and very fresh. I like the concept and the things that it takes and how it applies it directly to black women. Let me tell you, because what Get Out did for black men, or black people in general, this will do for black women, I feel. And if enough people talk about it, enough people really, really, like, the word of mouth gets out about it, it's going to be big. Because this movie is, I think, one of the best movies of the year, honestly. And again, this is, I think, Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut, you know what I mean? Like, the girl who played Catwoman in The Batman, yeah, her. She directed this movie, and it's really, really well done. And, yeah, I didn't know she had this talent in her, and I wish her the best, and I look forward to the next project, to be honest with you. Anyway, story and plot premise, definitely a full star. Sound design and score, another full star. Even the songs that they play in between scenes, like sometimes there's like the song playing or whatever, I enjoyed it. Then I go, of course, the eerie stuff when it happens with the flashbacks and all those other things. Cinematography, beautiful. Obviously, they're on an island. It's really nice. It's really pretty. But then when it has to get gritty and it has to get violent, I feel like it should have gone a little bit further. You know what? I am going to ding it on cinematography. I feel like it should have gone a little bit further, but it didn't. But I understand why. But I feel like, you know, I think it has the rated R rating. The R rating, I don't know why they didn't go the full way. I felt with the violence, with the stuff that they're doing. They could have shown a lot more than they did. Maybe, again, it was to, you know, like, show that this stuff is happening, but let's not, you know, make these actresses go through actual trauma or show actual trauma or trigger other people. But it's just, I felt like if it's not shown the full level of, you know, violence and decorum, it's not justified the later stuff that happens. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ding it a little bit on the cinematography because of that, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there should have been scenes of that within there. Acting, top notch. Everyone all the way around. The newcomer to me, because I've never seen her before, which is the main actress, and Channing Tatum also just being Channing Tatum, honestly, in this movie. But then when he had to, like, you know, be evil, it really worked. The other actresses, the girl from Arrested Development is in this, and I love her. And I'm glad she got such a big role in this. And just all the actresses really are really well done, because the switch they have to do is crazy. And most of them do it very well, and then trying to stay in character afterward, it's just, directing, again, top notch. Just from my only thing was, if I was directing it, I guess I'm not gonna ding her, because again, this is her first time, and she's done a way better job than I could ever do. Let me put it that way. My only thing was that if I was directing it, like if I was taking this through the paces, I would have not skipped, but just helmed the beginning, because I feel like the beginning, you'll feel it when you watch the movie, if you understand what I'm saying. The beginning lasts a long time, almost up until the end, if that makes sense. Like, for them to figure out what's happening, and, you know, for them to take action, I felt like it took a long time to get there. But I just feel like I would have done it halfway through. But then, you know, the ending was satisfactory, so I'm like, they didn't rush the ending or anything like that. So I'm not gonna ding it because of that. You know, they found a way to make it justify its runtime, if that makes sense. But I feel like it was just a lot of the same until it almost became too much the same, and it's kind of boring. Till then the final pivot, and you're like, okay, finally. But yeah, just it's a really good film. So for me, that's 1, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5 out of 5, right? Yeah. 4.5 out of 5. Definitely a 4.5 out of 5. It's really good. Again, probably going to be in my top, unless something else tops it, top movie of the year for right now. It's definitely up there. Again, Sing Sing is also up there. So Sing Sing is number 1 still. This is number 2 for right now, I think. Because it's really good. It's really good. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. It needs more views. More people need to talk about this. More people should watch this. It talks about certain themes and stuff, and I feel like, okay, so let's talk spoilers now. I feel like the themes that it brings up, it doesn't fully explore the violent nature and the grotesque justification of the things that the men are doing in this film. And I feel like Get Out did, right? There are moments and things that happen, like by the time that the main character in that movie is shoving a deer head, through somebody and just shooting people and killing them and getting his way to get away, you are on his side the entire time. You're like, mow down any motherfucker. It doesn't matter. But I feel like, or maybe it's just me, because again, I'm a man. I might be mansplaining here. But I feel like they didn't show enough of the brutality and the viciousness of what they're doing to these girls over and over again over an entire course of months or who knows how long. Because, again, they can't tell time in this place. This girl didn't even know she was there more than once. So, like the scars, the physical scar that she was left with, and the emotional scars, the trauma that they're suffering every night, I just feel like should have been given a bit more attention or a bit more a visceral look, so that the justification later when they're killing these guys, even the guy that, again, I really like the commentary on, you didn't technically do anything, but you didn't do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are guys like that. It's like, you didn't do anything, but you also didn't do anything. You didn't do anything to help them. You didn't do anything to help yourself. You didn't really do anything. And that, I'm not saying that's worse. I don't think that's worse. But it's equally as bad. So I just felt like they didn't drive home, not that point. I feel like they did that point well. The other point of the other actual evil beings doing the things that they're doing. And, just a lot of it is inferred. A lot of it is stuff like that. And I really like that. But when you're going to go, like I said, a Get Out, when you're really going to go, hey, we're taking it there. We're going to talk about this and this aspect of, human life, because it's part of human life. And unfortunately, especially for women, it's just, if we're going to talk about this, we're going to go full out. You know what I mean? And I feel like it should have, and it didn't. And that's where I feel like I should have, I dinged it a little bit on the cinema, because I feel like there are scenes in this movie that are very well done and have these double entendres to the things that they're saying, the things that they're doing. And then when the scenes of the grotesque stuff is happening, it just jumps through it really quickly, and again, like I said, if they didn't have the R rating, I would understand, you got to keep it PG-13 and you can't do this, you can't show that. But I feel like the R rating, they should have let them get away with a lot more stuff. Or I'm looking forward to maybe if there is an unrated version or a director's cut that shows the visceral stuff of what's actually happening. And again, more, because I feel like we focus on the other aspect of the fact that they don't know what's going on, the happy part of it or whatever, like that whole aspect of it, we focus a lot more of the movie on for a long period of time before finally the switch happens and they start realizing what's actually happening. And I just feel like it shouldn't have taken that long. But again, this is not her first time in Island or whatever, so I guess it's to prove, hey, this is how long it took to finally realize, what it is and what's happening and all those other things. But I just feel like it's not I don't know. It's not justified, if that makes sense. because the majority of it is, this is happy times. I'm happy. Am I happy? Am I happy? And it's like, no, you're not happy. And this is why you're not happy. This specifically is why you're not happy. These specific things are why you're not happy. And again, they do go into specifics and they do say why and they do show why. I just feel like they should have really shown it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's my brain because I've seen a lot of like horror movies and actual horror things that, like, horrific things that we're subjected to. Like, have you seen, what's the name of that movie? Like, if you've seen Nightingale by Jennifer Kent, the lady that did The Babadook, I think Nightingale's on Hulu, I think. But yeah, Nightingale, like, it's visceral what happens to that girl, and you understand her revenge and all this other stuff, but, like, you know, or Hereditary, like, just if you show the thing, the horrible thing, then I feel like everything else is justified. Not to say that they weren't justified and I wasn't on their side. I was 100% on their side, like, from the beginning. Didn't matter if they did what they did. And also, I feel like the aspect of the fact that they're canceled in, like, the beginning of the film, they're like, this person's been canceled. And then the aspect of these people that still grasp or try to hold on to these people that are famous, but they're canceled, is also an element that I thought they would explore. Like, you know, if this person is dangerous and they're telling you they're dangerous and they're a fucked up individual or whatever, why do you want to then associate yourself with this person? And the consequences of that, you know, like, I thought they would explore that more. I guess kind of they did, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed the film. I really, really recommend it. I think it's still in theaters. It's probably going to come to streaming soon, but check it out while it's in theaters. It's really an okay time. Like, again, you're going to have to, I don't know if you're going to feel how I felt, but towards, like, the middle half of the movie, you're going to feel like, okay, when are we going to get to the thing that's actually happening? Because a lot of stuff happens in between that time that they start to question things, and you don't really know what's going on or why or whatever. Again, maybe if you're a woman, you already know. But as a man watching the movie, I was like, okay, what's going on? Well, what is going on? Well, what is going on? And it's finally like, oh, that's what's going on. But then I feel like they didn't delve deeper into it. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, you should check it out. This has been another useless skill.
100%.
Okay, that's 7 out of 7, you know.
No cocaine. I gotcha.
Don't bring any.
Oh, I won't. Winky.
Did you just wink when you said winky?
No. Winky blinky.
Don't bring any cocaine or hookers to my party.